In this video, I'm going to show you how you can buy and set up your domain and then set it up in Coolify. So let's get started. Okay, now what you're going to do is after you've installed Coolify, and I've already made a separate tutorial on how to install and set up Coolify and add, whether it's a React, Next.js, MERN stack website, you can add that. But after you have done setting that up, you just click Manage Panel. Then you can open up your Coolify, okay? But before we do that, I'm going to show you what you need to do is you set up your domain name first. So when you're in your VPS, or you can just go into domains specifically, you need to click on DNS Manager. But I'll go into the domains so that you know how to do that. And also you can get a domain from your account as well by going into the domain section. But go into domain profile, okay? I'm not going to show you this domain, but I have purchased a domain before. So when you're seeing your domain, okay, you click on manage. So after you have done that, click on DNS name servers, okay? Then after you have done that, what I need you to do is go into this part, okay? So you can keep the default one or use 3600, and then you need to add 2 records into this. So one is to register the domain itself, and another one is to link it to your IP address for this, basically. Okay, and where do you find this? So what I want you to do is open up your VPS, go into overview and scroll down. Here you will see this IPv4. Okay, you need to copy this, and then what you're going to do is take that IPv4 address you copied and you need to paste it into point 2. Okay, and after you've done that, you just need to click on add record. So once for that, and then another one is going to be with the asterisk, same thing. In the points 2, add the IP address, okay? And then click add record. You can use this or 3600, whichever one you feel is okay with you. Both are fine, by the way. I have had no problem, so both are fine. So the difference between the @ and the asterisk is that the @ basically links the IP address and the website address itself, but the asterisk makes it usable for subdomains. So that is why it is necessary to add that. Otherwise, if you're just hosting, let's say, not as some kind of backend service of some kind, just a front-end service like some static website or something like that, then you don't need the asterisk one. But if you do have some kind of server running in the background, like a Node.js application that has a server, then you would need a subdomain. And for that, you would need the asterisk. Otherwise, the @ one is fine for a static website. So now that that is out of the way, let's go into the next step, which is connecting our website with our domain name. Okay, so let's get started. After you have bought your domain and then set it up in your Hostinger panel, what you need to do is, after setting up your project in Coolify, and I've already made tutorials on all of those, but here is what you need to do. Go into your projects. Because you have already set up your project, go into production, and then in your MERN stack project, whatever it's called, and this is a Docker MERN stack project setup, by the way, not the simple get from GitHub and then set it up project. This I also got from GitHub, by the way, but I used a Docker Compose file for this. Okay, so I've already made a separate tutorial on how to set up your Docker Compose file, then upload that to your GitHub. Okay, so that's basically how this is. This is basically that project in which I made a Docker Compose file and then just uploaded it to GitHub, and then from GitHub I set it up in my Coolify. So after that, it will basically give you this. So a domain for the backend and then a domain for the front end option. So here you're going to remove the default URLs, okay? And what you're going to do is put in your domain here. But here's the thing. For your backend, what you're going to do is type in https:// and then what you're going to do is set up a subdomain. So server dot, and then here you're also going to set up https:// and this is the basic setup. Now what you're going to do is just click save. So this will save for both, okay? But there will be a problem. And let me just show you the Docker Compose file to fix that problem through your Docker Compose file. Because I have tried fixing it using just this, it does not work. You need to set something up, which is called terrific, through your Docker Compose file, and then these domains get registered. Okay, so this is my Docker Compose file in my GitHub. Okay, so in this, you have this thing called labels. Okay, and this one is for my backend. So you saw the backend URL and the frontend URL. Okay, so to set up your backend URL, you need to put in this. So what this will do is one, start the server on port 4000 for the backend, and this one is where you register your domain. Okay, and it's the same for this, where for the front end you need to put in the exact same lines, but this one is on port 3000, and here you need to put in the front end domain. So the backend domain is a subdomain, and the front end domain is the normal domain. Okay, so this is how you set it up. So after this, you just go back to your project. Okay, make sure you ended up saving everything, and then you just click on redeploy. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing and then come back. Okay, now it is finished. So click link and click the normal domain, okay, not the subdomain. And as you can see, our app is running. If I click this, you can see we are getting a message from the backend, meaning that our backend is also connected. Okay, and also actually one more thing I want to show you. Let me pause the video and come back. So in your code, you will probably be using course, and here you need to put in the front end domain with the HTTPS. Okay, so do this here, and this is in your index.js file. Okay, so let me show you the front end. In your React Beat config file, you're going to be using something like a proxy. Okay, so in the proxy, I'm targeting the /API route. So this is the subdomain to the backend with the server. So you need to set it up like this. So when you target something in the backend, it'll probably be something like this. Okay, where I'm targeting a certain route. That's why I ended up adding /API to it. Okay, so this is where the /API comes from. So if you're targeting anything in the /API route, so this could be anything else, but this is the same for every single route. So this is how you would target a route in the backend. Okay, and for the front end, here I'm targeting the message route. That's why I ended up adding /API to it. Okay, so I hope you liked this tutorial. Like and subscribe to stay updated on the latest tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.